Like we are really.
Hello, hi, welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shantae Alrighty, the host, and we are here with for a special broadcast. We have a author spotlights that we do, and we have one of our friends, our fellow She Boss, best-selling author here with us. She is a friend of the show. Her name is Precious the Killer Pitch Master Williams, and
Get it popping. Let's get it popping.
yes, we're here to talk about her new book. She has authored many books. Pitching is her thing. That is her zone of genius. If you want to learn how to pitch yourself, pitch your business, get funding, get grants, get clients, get investors, this is the show for you. We are excited to have you on here, Precious. We're just going to get started because when we get to going, we have the gift of gab.
We
So we
do, girl.
talk
You know
about a
how we
lot
do,
of stuff,
girl.
but we're going to drop a lot of gems for you today. She's going to talk about her new book, Pitching for Profit, and I'm going to let her just start off by talking about it. Just share with us a little bit about who you are and what you do, and a little bit about the book.
Okay. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And I literally teach the art and the science of the most killer elevator pitches, media pitches, investors pitches, speaker pitches, and interview pitches. In fact, I am a corporate trainer for some of the biggest companies in the world, from the LinkedIns, the Googles, and the Microsofts, Intuit QuickBooks, media companies like NBC Universal. I've been featured on Shark Tank season 8 in 2016. I've had 6 of my clients successfully appear on Shark Tank. And I have another client that's going to be on season 13. So I've been in movies and documentaries. This is actually my 3rd book, Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency. Now, what makes this different from my first 2 books, which were literally teaching about the art and science of pitching? What I realized was missing in the marketplace is that when you have your pitch together, you're getting traction, things are popping. What comes next after the pitch? And so one of the things that, I love is really creating strategies for how people to get VIPs, companies, corporations, nonprofits, and their ideal clients to actually see them and want to work with them. And one of the most ingenious ways is getting your network to talk about you in spaces you're not at, right? And so me being from the inner city of St. Louis, Missouri, it has made me very crafty. It's made me very strategic. I'm very cunning, and I'm very precise with how I move. And some people can't see that. They just see it all looks glitzy and glamorous, but they don't know the hard work that goes behind it. And so one of the things that has been happening lately is that companies and these other opportunities that aren't advertised, they don't ask for speakers. They don't do calls for speakers. They have a team that looks out for speakers. And so just knowing that there are people who've been nominating me for things or putting me in certain spaces. I'm getting nominated for awards. My clients are being nominated for awards they didn't even know existed, but put you on a certain level, put you on a playing field you didn't even know existed, right? You're getting invited to spaces you can't take pictures. Mm-mm. You're there to enjoy, and you're there to hobnob, and it's not about pictures. Some people don't want to be seen. And also being able to rub shoulders with people you once dreamed of, right? And also building up the confidence to ask big for what it is that you want. So many of us will be like, oh, I'll just ask for this. You better ask for it all and negotiate down. That's what you do, right? There's a reason why I work with some of the biggest companies. I don't have an Ivy League degree. I didn't grow up with connections, but I have the connections that most people would kill for. And so I wanted to show people what's the next step past pitching. Once you already established your brand, you've created your lane. How do you get others to notice you so that you're playing at a higher level? And people are trying to understand, how in the world did you do that? It's because your network is different now. It's not just what you started off with, or you're grinding, everybody's in the same place. No, you're in your stratosphere. So the conversations are very, very different. And you need to be in having those kind of conversations and being around the type of people that can really change your life, change your business, change your health, change your wealth, all of that. So that's what Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency. And why is it about conversations and currency? It's because most people are like, oh, well, why can't it be turning conversations into money? Oh, no. if you have the right relationships, trust me, listen to what I'm about to say. If you have the right relationships, you'll be like NBA young boy, never broke again.
I love it. We don't want to be broke, right? We're
Never broke
here to build
again.
wealth,
Never
and we're here to
broke
build.
again.
Right. We want to build legacy. Let's step back a little bit. I love that. And I love this. But for some of our audience that is out there, can you explain to them what pitching is? Not everybody knows what this is. What is pitching and why do they need it? Why do they need to be able to pitch?
Well, Queen, honestly, the reason why pitching in and of itself is, a short, brief way of introducing yourself, your brand, your book, your product or service to who you're hoping is an interested party. What you want to do is to entice them. So I love saying this. So it's like somebody in your family cooks goods. Maybe it could be your man, your woman, whatever. It's the holidays. You go over their house, the odoriferous emanations is smelling good. Oh, shoot, I'm being enticed. You putting the food on the plate. Y'all getting ready. Somebody says grace. That whole plate, that first initial plate, that's your business, your brand, your book, your product, your service. That first fork, spoon you take, that's your pitch. Did you notice that's just a small sliver and it's an enticement of more to come? So when you want to entice someone, do you tell them everything? No. Why is it when you meet a man and a woman for the first time, you hoping to date, you get the representative first?
That's right.
So you only need to give them a taste, a juicy morsel of more to come. So that's why pitches aren't meant to be long. They're supposed to entice you. They're supposed to have you like, I ain't never heard it like that before. People be talking about it, but I've never heard it talked about in such a way. And I need it. It's also a way of educating interested parties to let them know that they might not know they had a problem. So you're going to educate them on the problem and provide the solution, not one of several, the solution, right? And so why is it important? It's important for everybody to have a pitch. When you're talking to your girlfriend, you're talking to your homies about things that are happening in your life, that's a pitch. What you want is to keep the focus on you and what you want to talk about. You are the center of attention. So if you're the center of attention, you better act like it. So if you're going out for a job, what are you going to say in that? What if you are getting the interview of a lifetime? What are you going to say in that interview that lets them know this is the one right here? This one right here, we know. That's part of pitching. Let's say you're a speaker and everybody asks you to speak for free and, hey, we're going to give you exposure. And then you want to be like, well, where are your receipts at? Because I can't get paid in exposures. I promise you, pastor will not be paid in exposure. If the exposure isn't right, or if the right people aren't in the room, I'm going to show you how to be with a great speaker pitch, how to be #book busy and paid. Let's say you're at a networking event. Everybody's pitch sounds the same because you're bored out of your mind. What if you could be taught how to pitch in such a way that all eyes on you, like Tupac? Now they're in the chat because we are doing virtual. Then the chat, oh, how can I get on your schedule? That's what you want to hear. Oh, that was really dope. Oh, it was dope. Get on my calendar, right? And then for just other things that you need to pitch for, like I teach sales pitching at those big companies. And in fact, I talk about content creation, messaging, visibility, and things like that. And to get those kind of companies to notice me, let's be clear. It ain't because I'm Black. It's not. It's not because I was on Shark Tank. There are a lot of people who've been on Shark Tank. It's because I've created a name and a brand, and I have receipts that I can throw out every week. So there will be a lot of people who now are on the pitch bandwagon, and no tea, no shade. But I always come back to what are receipts at though? What are receipts? You can talk a good game about sales. I actually do it daily. And so in a nutshell, everybody needs to know how to pitch. I don't care if it's a little kid trying to get you to buy candy or at the lemonade stand. We all need a pitch. We all need a way to stand out from everyone else. And a lot of us are in crowded marketplaces. Speaking is crowded. Social media is crowded. There are a lot of things that are crowded, but if you create your own lane to where when they're looking for something with specificity, they'll find you. That's why I'm the killer pitch master. You look up elevator pitch, I'm going to come up. You go on LinkedIn and be like, who's popping? I'm going to show up. I'm not just a speaker. I'm the killer pitch master. And the words that are around that is what sets me apart.
And it definitely sets you apart. And that's audience. That's what you want to be. That's how you want to be represented. no matter what the situation is, and I like how you put it in simple terms, and you're very creative, because these are things that we do experience every single day, and it takes the complexity out of it. Like, oh, that's it. Because I can throw down in the kitchen. I have the dishes that I'm known for. Okay, so think about your business, your expertise, your genius. How do you stand out in the marketplace? When you think about right now with all the opportunities that are out there, and I'm the grant expert, right? And we're all about getting our money. You're all about getting your money. How do you pitch yourself, right? Whether it's on paper, whether they ask you to get on a video and tell 30 seconds or 60 seconds, you don't have a lot of time. So you have to know who you are. You have to be confident in who you are and what you do and what solution, like she said, that you bring to the market. And I don't care. Like, a lot of times we get this a lot. Don't be precious. Like, I can't do this because there's so many other people doing it. You know how many podcasters there are? Do you think I'm concerned about how many millions of podcasters there are? Because there are none like me. There is none like you. You have to stand out as the person, as the expert, as the coach, as the consultant, speaker, author that you are. But learning how to pitch it, that's what it is, because you have to compel people. You have to do something that is going to cause you to be noticed in a positive way, that they're like, okay, I have to talk to her. I have to talk to him. I have to know her. I have to know him. Right? That's what learning how to pitch does.
Right. And I think another thing is important to extend on what you're saying, Queen. There are a lot of people who are great speakers. There are a lot of great entrepreneurs. They can't teach it though.
Yes.
And that's the difference. You can win competition. You can do all of that. What else can you do? And you'll see it when people regurgitate information from the big gurus. They just regurgitate. No, I don't. That's why I asked for, where are your receipts? I don't want to see pictures of you with famous people. Listen, I got that. That really means nothing to me. Give me a candid. That's what I want, a candid shot. I don't want that. But I will say this: being able to teach, coach, and train on a subject, that's a different level. And one of the things that Shantae does very well, and so do I, is you think you know everything about yourself, and you may, right? You may know everything, but we're going to look at you with a different eye, right? So we're going to notice things that you're not talking about yourself that'll really take you to the next level. When I work with my clients, I'm very deep on going deeper and deeper and deeper, because a lot of people will give you surface. And if all you want is surface, Google, take a little $29 program. But if you want to go deep and really understand how to get people to notice you and put you in a different class altogether, right? So as a speaker, I'm still a killer pitch master, but I have 26 years of professional speaking excellence since I was 16. I'm a world-class master communicator. You can take me around the world. I've been around the world. Still from the hood of St. Louis, Missouri. And I did it brick by brick. And just because Shantae, she's winning everything, her clients are winning everything, we don't forget the times when the phone didn't ring. We don't forget the times when you put out something nobody bought, nobody bid. The difference is you just keep going anyway. We're in a pandemic, an economic downturn, and social unrest. Wouldn't it be nice to know what you can do to maybe double and triple your revenue for this year? Wouldn't it be nice if you could make a phone call and that just happens? Wouldn't it be nice? That's what you call pitching for profit.
Yes, that would be so nice. Wouldn't it, audience? We see you all out there.
Yes.
Now, tell me why this book right now. So you spoke about the other books, which I have, by the way. I have all her books. I highly recommend that you get them, right? The link is on the screen and it's also in the show notes if you would like to purchase. But why this book right now?
This book is important because, again, as we were going through the economic downturn, pandemic, and social unrest, I saw that people were understanding that why pitching is important, and they're trying to shop for the low cost option, not realizing that the right network is really where it's at. So if you're pitching and the right network can pitch you when you're not around, if your network knows what to say about you when you're not around, that's the ultimate, that's the ultimate slay, right? And so the first part about learning how to pitch is great. Who pitches you when you're not around? Who's putting your name out there for opportunities that have never trickled to you? You didn't even hear about it. Who's doing that? So in a time that's desperate like this, you need to have people around you who are scoping the scene. Not only because they may get a referral fee, or they just do it for the joy of, because they're connecting people who can go to the top together with them. Yeah. Right? And so would it be nice to know what to put in the email? Would it be nice to know what to put in a LinkedIn message to get someone to notice you? Would it be nice also to know not just how to separate yourself from other people, because separation for the sake of separation isn't enough, but really being able to qualify and quantify why it should matter now. That's what pitching for profit is. Before, it's just pitching for revenue. You just like, listen, I need to rent, everything else to do, pay them. Like, no, we're about profit now. We're about profit. We ain't never broke again. I was homeless not that long ago. I was a severe alcoholic not that long ago. And being in a position that less than 3 years out of homelessness, from last year to this year, from the year before to last year, tripled income. I mean, tripled. We tripled our revenue. We still were in a pandemic last year, and they said nobody would buy. I can tell you, it's a lie. And maybe if you knew who's really buying, instead of just hearing what everybody's saying, oh, consultants, coaches, nobody. I'm like, you may be pitching to the wrong people. The pandemic has exposed a lot. So maybe you need to be in a different thing. It's not just high net worth people or corporations. There are people who need you. You just can't see who they are because you've never been exposed to them yet. So that, what wording should you use? What things? And it goes back to, writing for grants, writing for any of these things. Like Shantae just got into this great program. I'm a finalist for a really big program. And as I'm being a finalist, like I want to go to the next step. I want a year-long coaching from some of the biggest investors and buyers in the world. That's what I want. It's not, the money's great, but I need them to strategize. How will I become the #1 speech communication solutions company in the world? And I'm Black on both sides. Okay. So
yeah, that's amazing. I'm right there. Like, how do I become the best media marketing company in the world, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to go know what your goals are and go after them. You have to think big, live big, ask big. You said that earlier. I don't think we can say that enough, because we tend to ask small if we even ask at all, right? You have to really put yourself out there, and how you put yourself out there. She's the queen of that. That's her area of expertise. And I'm just amazed every time I talk to her, and as she's talking right now and dropping all these gems. So I hope you all are paying attention and taking notes while she is here, and get her book. Tell them about it again. Pitching for Profit.
My third book came out on April 13, 2021. It's called Pitching for Profit: The Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency. Yes, you can get it on Amazon.com, Target, whatever. You can get it there. But if you want a hand signed copy, you can actually go to my website, and I will hand sign it, put a note in it, and send it to you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay. But this book truly takes pitching to the next level. I want you to monetize your networks. I want your networks to truly know how to pitch you to other people. It's great that you can do it. Can someone else pitch you?
That's the thing.
Can someone else pitch you? And if they can pitch you well, I'll tell you something you didn't know, Shantae. Guess who's in my inbox today?
Who?
Someone from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Right.
Okay. Now let's go back.
Of course, your girl wanted to cry. I was like,
isn't that amazing stuff? That is amazing. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to stay right there really quickly, because having other people pitch for you, like I think I've experienced that between 2020 and 2021, unlike I have ever had in my career, where other people are pitching for me. Mm-hmm. My name is being spoken in rooms I haven't even showed up in. I don't even know about. Like, I'm not even on Clubhouse, but people are saying my name in Clubhouse, right? And that's like the big thing right now. It's blown up. People are making buku money. People are talking to the big wigs and the movers and the shakers over there. And I'm like, I don't have an iPhone. I'm not there, but I have representatives there. Network.
Having other people pitch for you.
Are we there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, good. So having other people being able to pitch your name, what you do in other rooms, be able to speak for you and sell you, that's where the profits are. That's where the currency is.
Where the money reside, where the money coming out the trunk. Go where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside. Yes. And so, also it gets you connections to, it's not just the end opportunities, right? It's not just the end opportunities. It's the connections you get along the way. I was once in a movie called Leap with Sir Richard Branson, Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul, and whatever. At the time, I was so insecure that I was too afraid to let them see who I really was. If I could go back in time, I would have embraced every opportunity they threw my way. Every one of them. Because I got there. No matter how I got there. And it's Kelly Charles Collins always says, you belong everywhere you are. Everywhere you are. You didn't have to have the Ivy League degree. You didn't have to know this and that. I mean, when I got kicked out of Georgetown University Law Center 19 years ago, I thought my life was over. I thought, dang, I'm going to be a bum, a slug in the ditch. Thank God that happened, because it made me get creative. It made me get crafty. It made me get real strategic. So if I don't have the trappings that people say I need to have, what can I pull out? What rabbit can I pull out of the hat now? And so that's why I wasn't just speaking to be speaking. There's some speakings that need to be in church, and there's some things that are really going to move people's needles forward, because they can see themselves in you and how you moved up in this journey. And not just a glitz and glamour story. Oh, she looks good today. Oh, she popping. Can we talk? This is a 10-year story. Did you know that? This is a 10-year story. This isn't overnight. This is 10 years in the game.
Yes. 10 years.
Mm-hmm. It's a 10-year overnight story. Did you know that? It's 10 years.
Oh, yeah, I know. Mine is that or and longer, right? Right? So there are no overnight like stories. What you think is overnight is 10, 20, and even 30 plus years, depending on the person. Right. So that's why, us sharing here our story and how you can do it, is so important. Knowing where you are, using that as a baseline. I don't care what happened before, what's in your past, what education you do or don't have. Right? All those things that people say are barriers and setbacks, you turn those around and make it an opportunity. Just like we talked about the pandemic, right? We've been able to create and access so many opportunities at a time of devastation. So anytime, I don't care what's going on, you can turn a crisis, a challenge, a barrier into an opportunity. So it's just how you're able to go about doing it, utilizing different skills, right? And knowledge and tools like her book, Pitching for Profits, in order to be able to do it. And we're an example, right? Both of us are an example. And I've used her tips for myself in pitching, right?
As I have used yours to get them grants. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we actually are
purchased from each other. So don't get it twisted. We purchased from each other.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't like, yo, girl, can I get the hook up? No. I wish I would have came to her like that. She'd been like, where the money reside? Where the money reside? But we literally purchase from each other.
We invest in each other. I think that takes us back to having a network.
Yes.
Really understanding what a network is and the power of having a network. When they say your network is your net worth, that is what it is. And I'm so happy to have you in my network. It's just an amazing opportunity. And we were just talking behind the scenes before we came on here. And I was telling her about how I'm working with the London Business School. Being able to pitch got me that opportunity to be able to work with the London.
Can we have a pause moment? Did she just say London? I need y'all to give it up. I need to see in the comments, give it up. Because I can't say that.
But I invited her to be in the room when they provide their final assessment and presentation to help me really take this company to multi-seven figures. And so I'm super excited about that. You need these types of people in the room with you, right? You need these type of people. So having a network, I think, is something that a lot of entrepreneurs are missing. They're working in isolation. That's why you're struggling still, even like in this pandemic, is because you're not connected to the right network, and a network of people that are championing you and supporting you, and you support each other. You're with people that create a win-win scenario. That's what being part of She Boss Talk is, right? That's the family that we have here. That's the network of support that we provide to the people that support us, and we support them. So,
and I also think that, along with She Boss Talks, the fact that we can partner, even though part of my brand is bad bitches and power pitches, to some people that was very controversial. To some people, they thought that it would never take off. And then when they saw that the government bought it and all these big companies bought it, they were like, what is it that we missed? I said, because some of y'all were so busy being gatekeepers to places you've never been let in. We've been there. And so what you think won't work will. You're just not used to seeing it in our culture. Do it. Right. And so just understanding that not everything you do is for everyone. Just like I don't work with everyone. Shantae doesn't work with everyone. She Boss Talk doesn't work with everyone. And being able to establish the kind of boundaries. That's why pitching for profit. Also, there's a part in there about like boundaries. There are going to be people who are going to want to see your shine and ride it out, never pay anything, just say they know you. Here's the thing. The people who invest in you, the people who buy your services, pay for consultations and stuff like that, that's where you spend your time at, because they value the years, the 10-year overnight story that 10, 12, 13 years of overnight success. And so just like I had to pay for somebody had to pay for law school, somebody had to pay for Spelman, somebody had to pay for Georgetown. That money meant I need you to finish. And God honors completion. So you just heard her say all about the grants. She getting grants left and right. She posts on there about her clients getting these things from PPP, double PPP, EIDL, stepping it up on EIDL, getting these other grants that are specific to different parts of the nation. Girl, come on now, y'all need to get with the program. And I love being a part of the author spotlight, because she's spotlighting authors that you may not have heard of, right? So I'm not sitting at Barnes and Nobles. I'm just sitting at Barnes and Nobles. We're sitting on She Boss Talk to share that there are many women who are doing incredible things, and the media doesn't know about everything that we all do. So she's providing the type of platform that makes it easy. And that's why I rocks with She Boss Talk.
I love it. So who is this book for? Who is Pitching for Profits for?
So this book specifically is for women between the ages of 35 to 59, and also men. Men have bought it and took pictures and be like, yeah, this is fire. So I don't want to just limit it to women, but it was written for women, because one of the things we always struggle with is the confidence to ask. The confidence to be on your inner Kanye and being like, I'm gonna flex on them real quick. Oh, what have you done? What have you done? My client was on Shark Tank 2 weeks ago. What was your client doing? I've been in movies and documentaries. I'm a 13-time champion. Just dropping it like it's hot on them. So this book is meant for those who are ready to give birth to something new, or enhancing what they're already bringing to the marketplace. If you are looking to have a better network, and let me say it again, a better network, this book is for you, telling you how to actually do it, and to understand that everything we do in life is a process. So you start implementing this. slowly but surely the momentum happens. And before you know it, you're sitting here like, I don't even know how I got here. It's like, no, you know how you got here. Strategy, cunning, precision, building your network and rebuilding your network, because some people are in your background you haven't talked to in a long time. And all they need to know is how to specifically help you. And it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Some of y'all are sitting around here with lots of people on your LinkedIn. You ain't never talked to them or nothing. I find that the people who've helped me the most, like when I was starting over again, they didn't know me. They were just kind of intrigued, like, who is this full-figure diva? And now we're really good friends. And also having the courage to be honest. Like, again, I had dental surgery 2 weeks ago. One of my clients who lives in Vermont came and got me and took me back to Vermont so I can have God heal me in nature and look little deer go by and hatching chickens in front of me and having steak from up the road. Never went to the supermarket. What? Stop playing. That's what I say. Pitching for profit and really having a type of network that no matter what happens, when I got home, my refrigerator was full of products from different companies that wanted to see me heal because they had heard through the tea leaves. My friend had surgery. What can you send her? It's in, some of them still in there. Wouldn't you like to have that kind of stuff where people care about you, that no matter, even in business and life and whatever, they're going to take care of you because they know it's always going to come back to them. Shout out to Julie Lineberger and her husband, Joseph, and Hunter and Janice.
Shout out. Okay, so we can talk forever. Can you?
I know we can, girl. You know, I know we was on the time limit. My bad.
I know. Can you leave our audience just with one or two of your of tips to help them pitch better?
Yes. Number one, just realize, and we talked about it in a certain way already. Your perceived flaws are your secret weapon. And what I mean by that is age, race, class, sex, gender, sexual orientation, all the things that they say are wrong with you are actually the things that are going to propel you forward. You've been told all your life that there's something wrong because you weren't born in a certain body. You didn't have these connections and stuff like that. But because you didn't, that's how you can use creativity to outwit, outplay, and outlast. And so you spent all your life studying people who, for the most part, look nothing like you. You've studied their game. They don't know how you play. So use that to your advantage. So I'm still black on both. I say it all the time. I don't care what company I've been. I'm still black on both sides. You'd be like, oh, you're black. I'm like, oh, shoot, I am. Right. So, and just understanding that just because there's a status quo doesn't mean you have to adhere to it. It's the ones that stand out. The defiant ones. I love that. I think I love that. The defiant ones that truly make a difference. And you will have haters. Give them something to talk about. Number two, I said this before and I'll say it again. Before offering the solution in your pitch, make sure you did enough to educate them on what the problem is. When Shantae came on, she said, what is pitching and why is it important? Had we just started off with the book, had we just started off with that, people would be like, well, it doesn't apply to me. I'm not going on Shark Tank. I'm not trying to get speaking gigs, and I'm not trying to do this and that. Now you understand that no matter what profession you in, no matter what career choice you choose, you need to have a pitch at all times. You could be in Whole Foods, talking about something with the cashier, running your mouth. Next thing you know, someone wants to buy your books. So so what's the challenge? What is the problem in making it so that anyone could basically understand? My first company was Curvy Girls. I was 327 pounds. Most people said, nah. But when I said full figure divas and plus size fashionistas, word? Where these chicks at? Right here. Oh, I'm 327 pounds. Anyway, so make sure you educate them on what is the challenge problem and before giving the solution. And then make sure that as you're presenting the solution, I want you to go ham and cheese, peanut butter and jelly. If you get in an elevator with Oprah, don't spend no time talking about, oh, all right, I love you. You got 30 seconds. Kill the game. Make her want you. And then, like Beyonce, drop the mic and walk on. She ain't ready for that. Because you be kidding. No, you got to leave them wanting more. Always. Always.
I love it. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited.
Me
No,
too,
I mean, I
Queen.
know I want to, and I even want to enhance, my pitching skills. I know where I'm headed. I'm going to be in rooms that I've never been in before, amongst millionaires and billionaires, people that are really doing amazing things.
And the
And I have to
conversation
be
is
ready.
always different from what you think it is. So different.
Yes, yes. But I have to be ready. What do I always say? You have be ready. You can't be getting ready. This is the time. But when the time comes, you got to be ready, right?
And like I said, you gotta be balling. You gotta be ball till you fall. Like when you see the NBA players, when it's time for game time, lace up. It's about to be a problem because you
Yeah.
ain't getting past me. Oprah,
Yeah.
you're not getting past me.
Yes. That's how you have to show up. I love it because you're telling us how we have to show up with confidence and boldness. Like I am the best. I'm the best. Like just a quick story real quickly. So I think it was last month and the month before I applied for a grant and you had to do a pitch video. More and more of these grants require a pitch video. And so when I do this, I'm not nervous. When I pitch in front of a video, and it's like they're asking me to say in a few words, like, what is this? Why am I supposed to give you this money? And tell me in a few words.
Right.
But I applied for this grant. I did the video. I didn't do it. I didn't even do multiple takes. Usually it takes me like 5 times or something. I did it in one shot. And I was just so proud of myself. I was like, they have to give me that money. There's no way. I said that's the best pitch ever.
Okay, go ahead and give me that money. Go ahead and give me stack the papers. Go ahead and stack it. Go ahead and stack that coin. Go ahead and stack that coin. Give it to me.
Just go ahead and give it to me, right? Just go ahead and give it. That's how you have to show up. That's the type of mindset that you have to have. I'm just waiting on it, right? I already know I got it. That's how I showed up. But I was just so proud of myself when I did that pitch video. I was like, man, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I've had some times when I've just been on stage and I'm like, I knew in the first 10 seconds I got this. I'm about to smoke the competition real quick. It's like, it's over. It's gone. That was supposed to be mine. Because you didn't see me coming. I was just a fat girl. So let me show you what a full-figured diva going to do. The chubby girl wonders in the house. Chubby girl.
I love it when they don't see you coming. That's
why I say your perceived flaws, age, race, class, sex, gender, sexual orientation, all differently abled, all that sort of thing. And one of the things that's great too is when you're learning the different terminologies now, right? Like she, her. Like I'm loving it because it's like, okay, I'm understanding more. And how do I incorporate that so people feel more inclusive? Yeah. This is the time for us to seize these opportunities. And you have the killer pitch master and the grant queen it ain't even just about the grants. Like, how do you get this money to build and rebuild, grow, and expand your company, be in front of the right people? I don't know a better combination, do you? They don't know what we got coming up, do they? They don't know.
They don't know.
It's cool. We got to keep them on Mo.
Yeah.
I think this was cute. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I promise.
Yeah, so we definitely have some special things coming up for you guys in the next couple of months. So get ready.
Come through.
You all are not ready. It's so exciting. So before we wrap this up, I just want to give you the opportunity, Precious, just to let people know what else you have going on. Just remind them about the book. Let them know what else you have coming up because we already know you have some great things going on and how they can get in contact with you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to remember all that, Queen. So, as our queen, our grant queen, just said, my book, Bad Bitch. I mean, I said Bad Bitches. What? That was my first book. Okay, my third book, Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency, is out now. It's been out for 2 weeks. It debuted at #1, so I'm very excited about that. Look out for my Forbes article and my billboard in Times Square. This book is available on Amazon, Target.com, Walmart.com, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble. And if you want a hand-signed copy, go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, and I'll send this to you personally. Yeah, I know I like to take pictures at the post office. Number 2, next week I speak at Harvard University. The tickets are already sold out. That's what I forgot to say. I'm speaking at Harvard University. I'm speaking at Harvard and SoGal Boston. I'm leading a pitch training. And didn't I tell y'all, they always said, You fat, you black, you don't have Ivy League degree. Well, when the Ivy Leagues call, who they call them, the killer pitch master. Next week, I'm also leading a training. I believe it's with Savvy Ladies. Let me just make sure, y'all. Y'all know how we get so excited. We be tripping out. Also, on May 4th, I'm leading a webinar with Savvy Ladies. I'm so excited about that. On the 5th, and you, Shantae and I were just talking about this. I am a finalist for a big business competition, and so I have my interview on that day. Actually, on that day also, I'm speaking at BMCC, which is the Borough Manhattan Community College. So yeah, I have a big, May 5th is a big day. So May 3rd is Harvard and SoGal Boston. May 4th is Savvy Ladies. So if you can come in on that webinar. May 5th, I am doing a training for the young people at Borough Manhattan Community College on pitching. And then I am up for finalists for that. And also on May 22nd, I'm having a live and virtual event in Brooklyn. It's called True Tea Time with Precious. You can go on Eventbrite and put that in, or I think it's called truetea.eventbrite.com. And get your tickets, because that's going to be an intimate affair for us. It really is. It's going to be live and virtual. And I'm going to share some things with you that have never been shared before. And we're going to have that intimate time together. In addition, we're working on Pitch Please, the Ultimate Women's Power Pitch Summit. That's going to be in September 2021. Look out for that. That coming is going to be so wonderful. If you want to reach out to me on LinkedIn, I am Precious L. Williams, killer pitch master. And if you try to connect with me, let me know that you saw me here, so I know to accept your connection request. On Instagram, I am at perfectpitchesp. On Facebook, I'm at perfectpitchp. On Twitter, I am at perfectpitchp. And on YouTube, my channel is Perfect Pitches by Precious. And I also have a show on LinkedIn Live every Sunday. It's called Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master. And that's how you can get in contact with me. I love to talk to you all. And also, if you're looking for my products and services, please check out my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. Check out the Work With Me page, and you'll see my products and services, from digital products so you can learn at your own pace, my one-on-one coaching, group coaching. And also, if you already have a pitch, you need me to slice and dice, you need me to go in and chop and screw and get it right, I offer that also too. So, and if also you are working with a company, a corporation, a nonprofit, or a foundation, please make the warm introduction to them and share the gift of the Killer Pitch Master.
Love it. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Thank you.
So we want to thank Precious for being here with us. We so enjoy spotlighting women in business, and this is our opportunity to spotlight one of the amazing authors that we know. We know so many amazing women authors, so we want to be able to spotlight as many of you all as possible. We want to make sure that you have access to her, so she will be leaving. We will make sure all her information that she just talked about is in the comments and in the show notes, so that you can connect with her wherever you can. Get with her, get her book. If you would like to, if you're an author and you would like to be spotlighted on our show, we have different opportunities to spotlight you. That information is also in the show notes, in the description of this video. We encourage you to come on. We love to read. I love to read, and so does our She Boss Talk family. We have other opportunities for you to be spotlighted as well, to be a guest on our show. So do take those opportunities, right? It's so important to put get your stories heard. There's power in your stories, everything that you have going on. This is the time that you need to be heard. You need to be seen. You need that exposure and that visibility. It's not enough to be America's or the world's best kept secret. It's time out for that. It's time for people to know you. So we encourage you to invite you to explore opportunities to be on our show. You can visit us at www.shebosstalk.com. And until next time, we ask that you continue to be the boss with amplified impact. Continue to stay in good health, stay safe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.